So let me go to the console by going to the developer tools. Okay, so this is the console, and I will select the console. I will empty the contents. So yesterday we started with the array push and pop method, and today we will do unshift and shift method. So if I talk about the if I talk about the push, it adds the element at the end of the array. So if we have the array 1 and 2, and if I push with 3, or 3 will be added at the end of this array. So that is called the push. And pop means I can remove the element from the end of the array. So if I have the array 1 and 2, and if I do pop means I will remove from the end of the array, that is, this 2 will be removed and only 1 will remain in the array. Let's talk about unshift. Unshift will add the element at the beginning of the array. So unshift means it will add the element at the beginning of the array. That means 3 will come before the 1 and the array will become 3, 1 and 2. So let's do this few problems in the unshift. I will create a variable a with array 1, 2. Okay, and now this is my array. Now if I do a dot unshift, and if I put 3, so that means the a array will be appended with the value 3. So the final value will become 3, 1 and 2. If I say a, it will be 3, 1 and 2. Let's do a dot unshift again for 4 and 5. I want to add 2 values. Now if I check a, 4 and 5 will be added in front of the 3. So it will be before 3. So that is the unshift means. Unshift means we are putting the elements in the array in the first position. That is, it will go from the left side. Whereas in the push, it will go from the end, that is from the right side. So let's do few more examples. Okay, so I will add a dot unshift of 0, and if I check a, 0 is appended at the beginning of the array. Okay, so let me do few more so that you will understand more. Unshift of -2, -1. And then I will check array a, it's -2 and -1. So unshift is like push. In the push we add at the end of the array. Unshift we add at the beginning of the array. That is the difference. And regarding the pop and shift, pop removes the element from the end of the array. Shift removes the element from the beginning of the array. So we have seen if I do pop on this array, 2 will be removed and 1 will remain. But if I do shift on this array, 1 will be removed and 2 will remain in this array. Right now we have this array. Let's do the shift. Spelling mistake. A dot shift. So when I do a dot shift, it will remove the element from the beginning of the array. And when I check a, it is -1, 0, 4, 5, 6. Let's do the pop on this one. So when I do a dot pop, it's removing the 2 element, and when I check a, it is -1, 0, 4, 5, 3, 1. Is it clear? Push and pop and shift and unshift? Or you have any doubt? Anyone having any doubt on these 4 methods? Okay, looks like clear. But those who are not clear, they can tell me so that I can give few more examples. Okay. So now, yesterday, when someone asked me that, I will not do that part now, but I want to comment on that one. So if I have the array of 1, comma 2, comma 3, when I do a dot pop, you know that 3 will be removed from the a array. So that means a array is modified and 1 and 2 will remain. So someone asked me, how can I keep the a array also? So to keep that a array, I will not give you the solution, but we need to copy this array to some other variable and use that variable as a another copy. But how to copy it? If I try to create like this, var b equal to a, now b and a are equal. If I see b, it is 1 to 3, a it is 1 to 3. But if I do a dot pop, a is 1 and 2, and b is also 1 and 2. Since array is pointing to the, is passed by the reference, it is not passed by the value. Therefore, both values become same. So I cannot really keep in this way. I cannot keep the copy in this way. So there is other method which I don't want to discuss today. But there are methods. So we need to do the copy without making the reference. That way we can keep the copy of A. But we will not see that today. We will see when the appropriate time will come. Right now, just remember, this is not the method where I can keep the copy in the B and expect that both will be different. Since it is an array or object, both point by value, by reference. And therefore, if you change one, another will also be changed. So that is a point to be noted. Right now, only remember the 4 methods for today. That will be push, pop, shift, and unshift. So these are the 4 methods which we did yesterday and today. And these are very important methods. And in most of the array manipulation, we use these 4 methods. We will do some more problems on these 4 methods. But today, we have to work on the problem regarding the push. Now, here is the task. I will give you the task and let me see who can do. I want everyone to do. And if you will not put the answer, that means I will assume that you don't know. So I can see how many people are there. And I want answer from everyone. Okay. So there will be many problems I will be asking from simple to hard. So gradually it will become complex, more complex and more complex. And if you don't know, then you can say you don't know. That's it. So I will create a variable a and I will create 1, 2, 3. Only 3 values in it. Okay. I want, one second. Okay. So here is the array. Now the first is a simple problem. You have to do manually one by one in this simple problem. And you have to take each element of this array and put it in another array. So another array B is empty array. I want take all the elements from A one by one. So there will be 3 lines of the code and put all the values in the B array. So when ultimately I will see the result, B should have the value of 1, 2, 3 and A should have the value of empty array. Okay, so do it. Let me see who can do it. And if you don't understand the question, ask me. I will explain it again. Let me write down. Copy one by one element from array A to B. So this is the task. and gradually this task will become more and more complicated, and I will be giving many problems related to this array. If you are on mobile today, it's okay, but from tomorrow, don't sit on mobile, sit on the computer so that you can do the things along with me. The purpose of this exercise is you have to use push, pop, shift, unshift. Purpose of this exercise is use any of these four methods which you feel. And you have to do one by one. So there will be 3 lines of the code. One for this, and one for this. For loop is not allowed in this one. For loop problem will come after some time. You have to do one by one. No for loop. If you have written for loop, try again. I will give you for loop in a bit, but right now just do one by one. Take one element, put it in this, take another element, put it in this, take one element, put it in this. Okay. B dot push, one person has written B dot push, A dot shift. Okay, A dot shift is this. Put it here. Then B dot push, A dot shift. Okay, this second line. Then B dot push, A dot shift. Okay, one person has done. Second person, B dot unshift, A dot pop. B dot unshift, A dot pop. B dot unshift, A dot pop. Okay, okay. You cannot use spread operator. I have not taught the spread operator. Spread operator is not allowed. B dot 0 equal to A dot shift. A dot shift. B dot 1 equal to A dot shift. B dot 2 equal to A dot shift. Okay. Next, B dot push equal to A dot shift. B dot push, okay. B dot push A of 0. So I will talk about all A. B dot push A dot A of 0. When you do A of 0, you are not deleting from the A. I am saying you have to remove the element from the A and put it in the B. Okay. Early has done a spread operator. I don't need a spread operator now. Sonu has not done, Tejas has done, Yash has done, Anand has done, Kate has not done, Ole has done. Okay. So many people have given the right answer. So let's talk about the solution of one, that is the Tejas. What Tejas has done, B dot push. So he is pushing. Pushing means from the end. And what he is pushing? He is pushing A dot shift. When he do A dot shift, that means he is taking 1, pushing it at B. And he is doing shift, that is taking it from the front, from the beginning, and pushing in the end. So that is he is doing A dot shift. So B has 1. Then again I will do, and B is 1 and 2. Again I will do, B is 1, 2, 3. So this solution is correct. We get the correct results. Let's see the Yash. So Yash has also done correctly. I will do it again. I will do again with the solution of Yash. He has done differently, but that solution is also right. Okay, so he has done B dot unshift. So he is adding from the beginning and removing from the end. So a dot pop. So he is removing from the a 3 and it is putting at the b here, and then he is removing 2 and putting in the beginning of the 2. He is removing 1 and putting at the beginning of the b. 3 times, then b is this and a is empty. So this is correct. So let's see the third solution. Let me see another solution. So Nikhil has done b of 0 equal to a dot shift. So he is removing from the front and putting it at this, and then again he is removing from the front, putting at the this, and then again it's taking it and putting it the in the b in the end. So the problem here is the main purpose of push and pop is that we should not remember the 0, 1 and 2 and 3 value. So though this will give the correct result, but the aim of this exercise was to use push, pop, shift and unshift, because many times if the array is very big, we don't know which one is 0, which one is 1, means we can see, but we don't want to give the count of this, or we don't want to use the 0, 1 and 2. So this solution is correct, but I don't want to see that 0, 1 and 2, and the purpose is to use the shift and unshift. Okay, so this is also right, solution is right, but not as per. Again, Ole has also done the same thing, but he has done, let's talk about what Ole has done. So he has done pop. So Ole, if you do b of 0 as pop, so b of 0 will be 3, and b of 1 will be 2, and b of 2 will be 1. So it will be in the reverse order. I don't want in the reverse order. I want in the same order. 1, 2, 3, it should go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so your solution is also using 0, 1 and 2. Try to avoid 0, 1 and 2. You should try to avoid it 0, 1 and 2. Okay. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, let's make little bit more. I will do little bit more exercise on this. I will create array of 1, 2, 3, and B will be the empty array. Now the task is B should have 3, 2, 1, not 1, 2, 3. So do 3 calls and make B as 3, 2, 1, and not 1, 2, and 3. Do it. So my question is, previously you copied 1, 2, and 3 to the B. Now you have to copy all the elements, but it should be from 3. So put 3 first, 2 second, and 1 last. So it should be in the reverse order. B should be in the reverse order of the A. Okay. B dot push. Let me see what Tejas has done. B dot push is equal to A dot pop. B dot push A dot pop. B dot push A dot pop. Nikhil has done same thing. Yash has done same thing. Kate has done same thing. Right. So everyone has done correctly whatever I gave you the task. Now you have to use for loop or while loop, whatever you want to use. Let's add more values in it. So you can use the for loop or while loop. Okay, so you have to do for loop or while loop, and you have to copy all the elements to the B array. Okay, so now it's not one by one. You have to use for loop or while loop and take all the elements and in the same order put it here in the B. B dot push equal to A dot shift. Desti writing B dot push A dot shift. So in this problem, B dot push A dot shift will put 1 here, and then it will put 2, and then it will put 3. So it will not be in the reverse order. Okay, let's see for loop. Var equal to I equal to 0, length is A dot length equal to B dot push. So in the Anand solution, though you are putting A of I, you are not emptying the A array. So B will come correctly, but it will not empty the A. Okay, let's see Tejas. I equal to 0, I less than A dot length, I plus plus. B dot push, A dot shift. So I will push this, and then I'll push this, and then I'll push this. So Tejas has done for loop. I will comment on this in a bit. Let me see other solution. Okay, Tejas has sent to only me, and I will comment on it in a bit. I want to see other people's solution. Use a for loop or while loop, whatever you prefer. Okay, let me see. Okay, so let me see. Tejas has done this. Kate. Okay, let me see. Kate is saying wrong. Why wrong? Okay, A dot B dot push of A dot I, A dot pop. Okay, wrong. So maybe you can correct it if you feel wrong. Okay, while A dot length greater than 0, B dot push A dot shift. B dot push A dot shift, A dot shift, A dot shift. B dot push, B dot push. Okay. Let's see what Yash has written. So Yash has the same thing which previously I said, that you're pushing into the B, you are not deleting from the A. So the B will be updated with the value correctly, but A will not be emptied. Okay, dash T var equal to I A dot length and B dot push equal to A dot pop. So dash T, if you pop it, 3 will come first, 2 will come second, 1 will come last. So it will be in the reverse order. Okay, Ola, let me see what Ola has done. So similarly, Ola has done B dot push A of I. So Ole, you are putting in the B correctly, but you are not deleting from the A. So you are saying A of I, that is the correct value. It is going to the B correctly, but we are not emptying it A if you write that way. Okay, let me see any other solution. Okay, Nikhil. Same thing with the Nikhil. You are putting in the B from A of I, but you're not emptying the A. If I say that don't empty the A, then your solution is correct. But since now I am saying we have to empty the A and put everything in the B, therefore A of I will not work. You have to use B dot push with pop or shift something. So you have to use the push or unshift with push, pop or shift. Okay, Ali. So while A dot length is greater than 0, B dot push equal to B dot push A dot shift. So putting first this, second this, third this. Okay. Let me comment now. The first solution which I see is Tejas. Tejas is using the while loop. Few people are using while loop and few people are using for loop. Both will give the solution, and both are almost equally good. So let's try to write down first solution with the for loop. With the for loop, I have to start with the for keyword and the bracket, and I have to put the curly bracket here. And in the for loop, I have to put three conditions. How many conditions? Three conditions. The first condition will be the initial value. Initial value is var I equal to 0. Since this is an array, so the key of this is 0, key of this is 1, key of this is 2. So I have to start with the 0th, that is this one, and I have to go till here. Till here means till whole array. So second condition is the final condition. Final condition means what I want to, when I want to end it. I want to end it when I is less than A dot length. So length is 5 elements. So it will go from 0 to 4. That is, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. I'm not talking about the value. The key of this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I want to access this value, it will be A of 0. If I want to access this value, it will be A of 1. If I want to access this value, it will be A of 2. So key always start with 0, 1, 2, 3. So the last condition is I should be less than total length. And there is third condition. Each condition is separated by a semicolon. And third condition is what will happen after first condition is done. So after first condition is done, we have to increase the I. So it will be I plus plus. This way I will travel all the elements of the A. Now what will happen? I have to put it in the B. So I have to start with the beginning 1 and put it in the B. Then I have to take 2 and put it in the B. Then I have to take 3, put it in the B. I have to take 4, put it in the B. I have to take 5, put it in the B. Since I have to remove from the beginning, I have to use A dot shift. So this will remove the element from the beginning. And I have to insert it in the B. So to insert it in the B, in the end. So I will remove this and I will put it here. I will remove this and I will put it in the end. I will remove this, I will put it in the end. So I am removing from the beginning but putting in the end. So if we want to put in the end, we always use push. I will use B dot push. What I have to push? A dot shift. So first I am using this, this, and this. So let's run this one and see. Now if I see B, it is 1, 2, and 3. And if I check A, okay, it is giving 4 and 5. So because of multiple, many times I created 3, 2, and so this will become a problem. We have to create a new tab and then we'll see. Okay, so let me write down here. So we have a, it goes from I equal to 0, I equal to a dot length, that is this one, and I plus plus. And it is removing one by one element from the I. Let's do now. It's going 3. Why it's going 3? Why not 5? Okay, why it is going only 3? Can anyone answer? Okay, so this, right. A doesn't work because A's length changes every time. Okay, so right. Solution yes is given that this will not work, and it is true this is not working because when I'm putting a dot length always changes. Each time I remove it, the length changes. So this will not work. So the for condition for this condition will not work. Okay, so we have to work with the while condition. Okay, so let's work on the while condition because for loop is not working because a dot length changes. If we want to work with the for loop, then we have to specifically say for I equal to 0, I less than 5 times, because I have to check how many are there and then I have to put that number manually, static value. So for loop will not work in this case correctly because we have to put dynamic kind of thing, and so we have to use while loop in this one. So yes is correct. He has given the right answer that a dot length changes, therefore for loop will not work. Okay, that is correct. Good answer. I like it. Okay, let's do the while one. So what I will do, okay, so what I will do, I will use while, and while till when while should run? While should run till we are exhausted with all the elements of the A. We are exhausted with all the elements of A. That means A dot length should be greater than 0. If A dot length is equal to 0, that means all of the elements of the A has become null. All elements are gone. So we can put the condition in the while loop that A dot length should be greater than 0. What happened? It should be greater than 0. So when I take element from A, put it in the B, then the element is gone from A. When do I do second time, it is also gone from the A. When I do third time, it is also gone from the A. When when I do 4, it is also gone from the A. When I do 5, it is gone from the A. Once 5 is gone from the A, that means the length of A becomes 0, and we will be and the code will come out of the while loop. And that is what we have to achieve. That till the A has some element, we have to go round and round and round. Once the element is all the elements are gone, then we have to come out of this while loop. And in each time, I will push into the B. What I will push? I will push from the beginning of the A. So I will say A dot shift. Since I have to remove element from the beginning of the A, I will use A dot shift. I will remove from beginning of the A, and I will put it inside the B. So I will use B dot push. Let's check now. Now if I check B, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if I check A, it is empty one. So this is the right solution you can write down, and we have to use the while loop for this because A is changing. We are changing the length of A. Since length of A is changed, we have to use while loop. But if length was not changed, then we could have used for loop. Let's say I would have told, don't remove the element from the A, but copy the element from A to B, then we would have used while loop, then we would have used for loop. But now, since we are emptying it, so while loop is a better solution and give the results. Even if you do A dot length equal to A dot length, it may not work. Let's check this one. Okay, one person has suggested one thing. Let me check that one. So var is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma, because every time the length, whenever I remove from the a length is changed. Let's check this one. For var I equal to 0 I less than length I plus plus. Okay, one person given the solution. Let's see. Okay, I have to give the length. Okay, B is not created. Okay, length is fixed with the 5 number, and we are able to do this one. Yeah, Tejas has given the right solution for the for loop. It's correct. This solution is also correct. Okay, but go with this solution for this one. Write down this answer. Otherwise, this solution is also correct, the one which Tejas has given. But this is, both solutions are good, but I prefer the while loop in this case. Okay, done. I've written this part. Things will become little more complicated now. I will be giving one more problem based on this one. If you are done with writing this solution, I will go further. Let me know when you're done. Okay, I assume you have written the solution, this solution. Let's go little more complicated part of this one. I will do 5 more minutes, and just I'll do 5 more minutes, okay? Okay, so let me clear it. Now the problem here is var a equal to, let me create a var a equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. So this is my variable a, and I have another variable b. Okay, so now the problem goes like this. Okay, before writing the b, I will give one more problem, and then we will go to this problem. The problem is here is you have to go through each element. I don't want to empty the variable a. I don't want to empty the variable a. A should remain as it is, or even if you empty it, doesn't matter. But if you don't remove also, it's fine. Both are fine. I'm writing here empty array A or not, whatever you want to do. But what I want the sum of all the numbers. So I want 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So after you are done with the looping, I want the total value of this one. So 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15. So the answer should come 15. So let me see who can do this one. So even if you empty the array or not, it's up to you. But when we are done, I want ultimately one variable. Maybe you can create variable sum initially equal to 0, and when you are done with the for loop, sum should have the value of 15. So just do this problem. So this is last problem of today. Tomorrow I will make little more complex problem out of this. Okay, so Tejas has written correctly. He's removing a and he's adding all the a value to the sum. Yash has written, so Yash is going from the start beginning to end. Tejas is going from end to beginning. Anand is going to the for loop keeping the value of a. So all three solutions are correct. Let me see. Ola has written only a. Okay, Nikhil is keeping a value and he's putting sum. Okay, so this one is also right. So everyone has done correctly. Someone has keep the array with the value intact in the a, and someone has emptied the value of a. So we can do like this: var sum equal to 0 for. There are different ways. You can use while loop also, as Yash has used, Tejas has used, and you can use for loop as Nikhil has used, Desti has used while loop, who has used for loop, Anand has used for loop. So both are okay. So if you want to empty it, while loop is better. But if you don't want to empty it, then for loop is okay. So let's not empty it. I will use I equal to 0 is the initial value. I is less than a dot length, I plus plus. And now I will do sum equal to sum plus a of I. So a of I, initially a of 0 will be 1. Second time it will run, it will be 2. Third time it will be 3, 4, 5. And then we can do console.log of sum. So it is 15. So either you can do this, or many people are given different solution and all are correct. You can use anything. So whenever you go for interview, you can follow anything, whether you can use for loop or while loop. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Ultimately, you have to show the result. And there is one more thing which you have to keep in mind when you go with the interview, that the number of times which you are running should be the minimum. But here in this case, if you use while loop or for loop, the number is same. So it doesn't matter you use while loop or for loop. Sometimes when you have to use 2 for loops and 1 while loop, and in that case, preference will be 1 while loop rather than using 2 for loop. We will see some problems related to that in future. But right now, this is the solution. If you want to write down, you can write down. Tomorrow, I will make this problem little more complex, but I will start from this one. So this will be the basis. You should understand this basis. With this basis in mind, I will make one problem more complex than this one. Okay, I will give you another problem which will be more complex than this one, but this is the basis for that problem. So you should by heart this by tomorrow so that you can do that next problem which will take this as a basis. Okay, so just write down this and we are done for today. Then we see tomorrow. Let me know when you're done.